Very urgent. Your soulmate is desperately trying to reach you. Read this before it's too late. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. This message is for you. Out of all the videos, messages, and distractions that could have appeared before you today, somehow you found your way here. That is not an accident. The universe has a mysterious way of placing people exactly where they need to be when an important message is waiting for them. And right now, there is something your soulmate has been trying to communicate for far longer than you realize. Something they have carried in silence. Something they have replayed in their mind countless times. Something that has become impossible for them to ignore any longer. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Your soulmate is desperately trying to reach you. Not because they are bored. Not because they suddenly remembered you after forgetting. Not because they need attention. They are trying to reach you because their heart has reached a point where silence feels heavier than honesty. Every day they carry words they wish they could say. Every night they replay conversations that never happened. Every morning they wake up wondering if today will finally be the day when everything changes. This message is for you. Because lately your soulmate has been feeling an urgency they cannot explain. It is not panic. It is not fear. It is a deep emotional awareness that something important needs to happen. Something important needs to be expressed. Something important needs to be understood. The feeling follows them everywhere. It appears during quiet moments. It appears during busy moments. It appears when they least expect it. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Have you ever had something on your heart that refused to leave? Something that stayed in your thoughts no matter how much you tried to focus elsewhere? That is exactly what your soulmate is experiencing. They have tried distractions. They have tried logic. They have tried convincing themselves that the feelings would eventually fade. Yet the opposite happened. The feelings grew stronger. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. The universe has been sending signs constantly. Angel numbers appear at unusual moments. 111 appears whenever thoughts of a new beginning emerge. 222 appears whenever partnership enters their mind. 333 appears whenever emotional growth takes place. 444 appears whenever reassurance is needed. Every sign seems connected to the same message. Stop waiting. Stop hiding. Speak your truth. This message is for you. Because recently your soulmate experienced something emotional. A memory appeared unexpectedly. Not a dramatic memory. Not a life-changing event. A simple moment. Yet the feeling attached to that memory was so powerful that it stayed with them for hours. It reminded them of everything they have been trying not to think about. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. There was a recent evening when your soulmate sat alone reflecting on how much time has passed. They thought about opportunities that were missed. Conversations that never happened. Feelings that remained unspoken. As they reflected, a realization appeared. Waiting has not made the feelings disappear. Waiting has only made them clearer. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. One thing your soulmate can no longer deny is that the connection still matters. They have tried looking at it from every angle. They have questioned it, analyzed it, challenged it. Yet every path leads back to the same truth. The connection remains meaningful. This message is for you. Because your soulmate is beginning to understand that some messages become urgent not because of external circumstances, but because of internal truth. Their heart is tired of carrying everything alone. Their heart is tired of endless reflection without expression. Their heart wants honesty. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. There have been nights recently when your soulmate imagined finally speaking openly. Imagined finally saying everything they have been holding inside. Imagined finally removing the emotional weight they have carried for so long. Every time they imagine it, they feel relief. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Relief is important because it reveals alignment. People feel relief when they move closer to truth. People feel relief when they stop resisting what their soul already knows. Your soulmate is experiencing that relief more frequently now. This message is for you. Because lately they have started noticing how often thoughts of you appear during meaningful moments. During moments of growth. During moments of gratitude. During moments of reflection. Somehow your presence continues appearing exactly when their heart feels most open. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. One thing your soulmate keeps asking themselves is why the connection continues feeling important after all this time. Why does your name still carry emotion? Why do memories still carry warmth? Why does the future still feel connected to possibilities involving you? Every question leads back to the same answer. Because what they feel is genuine. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Genuine emotions have a way of surviving distance, silence, and time. They do not disappear simply because circumstances become complicated. They do not disappear simply because communication becomes difficult. They remain quietly waiting beneath the surface. This message is for you. Because your soulmate is reaching a point where waiting no longer feels sustainable. They are tired of imagining conversations. Tired of replaying possibilities. Tired of wondering what might happen. They want reality. They want truth. They want movement. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. There was a recent moment when your soulmate looked at their life and realized how many things have changed. Goals changed. Priorities changed. Perspectives changed. Yet one thing remained remarkably consistent. The emotional significance of this connection. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. That consistency means something. It means the connection survived periods of uncertainty. It survived distractions. It survived attempts to move on. It survived time itself. Your soulmate is beginning to recognize how rare that is. This message is for you. Because every angel number, every meaningful coincidence, every emotional breakthrough seems connected to the same lesson. Speak honestly. Express what matters. Stop assuming there will always be more time. Those messages continue appearing because they are important. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. The urgency your soulmate feels is not about pressure. It is about clarity. They finally understand what their heart has been trying to tell them. They finally understand what matters. They finally understand what deserves attention. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. There are moments now when your soulmate feels incredibly close to reaching out. Close to saying everything. Close to expressing everything. Close to turning thoughts into action. The hesitation that once stopped them is becoming weaker. This message is for you. Because your soulmate is beginning to realize something extraordinary. The message they have been trying to send is not complicated. It is not hidden behind mystery. It is not buried beneath confusion. At its core, it is simple. They want to be understood. They want to be honest. They want to stop carrying their feelings in silence. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. The universe has been guiding this process for a reason. Every lesson. Every sign. Every moment of reflection has been preparing your soulmate for a breakthrough. A breakthrough built on honesty. A breakthrough built on courage. A breakthrough built on truth. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Because your soulmate is desperately trying to reach you in the only ways they currently know how. Through thoughts. Through energy. Through hope. Through intention. And as they continue moving closer to the moment when everything finally comes into the open, they are beginning to understand something extraordinary. The greatest risk is no longer expressing their feelings. The greatest risk is remaining silent forever. And that realization may be about to change everything. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. If you are still here, then the message your soulmate has been trying to send is becoming even more urgent. This message is for you. Because the feelings they have been carrying are no longer quiet. They are no longer distant whispers in the background of their life. They have become impossible to ignore. Every day your soulmate wakes up with the same thoughts. Every night they fall asleep with the same questions. No matter how much they try to focus on other things, their heart keeps returning to the same place. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. There have been moments recently when your soulmate felt incredibly close to reaching out. Close to sending a message. Close to making contact. Close to finally breaking the silence that has existed for far too long. Yet every time they approached that moment, a mixture of hope and fear appeared. Hope that honesty could create something beautiful. Fear that honesty could create uncertainty. This message is for you. Because one of the biggest struggles your soulmate is facing right now is not deciding what they feel. They already know what they feel. The struggle is deciding how to express it. How do you explain emotions that have been growing for so long? How do you put years of reflection into a few simple words? How do you explain a connection that continues feeling important despite everything that has happened? Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Have you ever practiced a conversation in your mind hundreds of times? Have you ever imagined every possible outcome before saying a single word? That is exactly what your soulmate has been doing. Entire conversations have played out inside their thoughts. Conversations filled with honesty. Conversations filled with vulnerability. Conversations filled with truths they have been carrying for far too long. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. The universe continues sending signs because your soulmate is approaching an important emotional breakthrough. Angel numbers appear repeatedly. 111 during thoughts of new beginnings. 222 during moments when partnership feels important. 333 during emotional growth. 444 during moments when reassurance is desperately needed. Every sign seems to be encouraging them to trust their heart. This message is for you. Because recently your soulmate experienced a moment that changed something inside them. It was not dramatic. It was not obvious. It was a simple realization. They realized they are more afraid of never speaking their truth than they are of speaking it. That realization shifted everything. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. For a long time, fear kept them silent. Fear of rejection. Fear of misunderstanding. Fear of creating complications. Fear of vulnerability. Yet now they are beginning to see another kind of fear. The fear of looking back years from now and wondering what could have happened if they had simply been honest. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. That fear has become stronger than the fear of expression. And when that happens, people begin changing. They begin taking risks. They begin choosing authenticity over comfort. Your soulmate is entering that stage now. This message is for you. Because there have been nights recently when your soulmate sat quietly staring at their phone, thinking about reaching out. Thinking about breaking the silence. Thinking about saying everything they have wanted to say. Those moments have become more frequent. More intense. More emotional. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. One thing your soulmate keeps realizing is that the connection has survived every attempt to ignore it. Time did not erase it. Distance did not erase it. Distractions did not erase it. Life continued moving forward, yet the emotional significance remained. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. That realization carries enormous weight. Because meaningful things tend to survive challenges. Meaningful things tend to remain present despite obstacles. Meaningful things refuse to disappear quietly. Your soulmate is starting to understand that truth more clearly than ever. This message is for you. Because your soulmate has spent so much time searching for answers outside themselves. Looking for signs. Looking for confirmation. Looking for certainty. Now they are beginning to understand that the answer they need has been inside them all along. Their feelings are the answer. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. There was a recent evening when your soulmate reflected on everything they have learned through this connection. They realized they have become more emotionally aware. More patient. More understanding. More willing to embrace vulnerability. The connection changed them in ways they never expected. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. One thing that continues surprising them is how often your energy appears during important moments. During moments of growth. During moments of gratitude. During moments of clarity. Somehow thoughts of you continue arriving exactly when they need perspective. This message is for you. Because your soulmate is beginning to understand that some people enter our lives for reasons far deeper than coincidence. Some connections become part of our growth, part of our healing, part of our journey toward becoming who we are meant to be. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. The urgency they feel now is connected to that realization. They do not want to continue treating something meaningful as though it can wait forever. They do not want to continue assuming there will always be another opportunity. They are beginning to understand the value of the present moment. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. There have been moments recently when your soulmate felt emotional simply because they imagined finally speaking openly. Imagined finally removing the weight they have been carrying. Imagined finally allowing their heart to be heard. Those moments bring both excitement and relief. This message is for you. Because every lesson they have learned seems connected to courage. Courage to be vulnerable. Courage to be authentic. Courage to stop hiding behind silence. Courage to trust what their heart already knows. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Every angel number. Every meaningful coincidence. Every emotional breakthrough seems connected to one message. Stop waiting for perfect circumstances. Stop waiting for perfect certainty. Stop waiting for perfect timing. Trust what matters. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Your soulmate can feel themselves approaching a turning point. The hesitation that once controlled them is weakening. The doubts that once stopped them are fading. The desire for honesty is becoming stronger than every excuse. This message is for you. Because the message they are trying to send is no longer something they can keep hidden indefinitely. The emotions have grown too strong. The understanding has grown too clear. The need for expression has grown too urgent. Don't scroll. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. There are moments now when your soulmate feels as though the universe itself is encouraging them forward. Encouraging them to trust. Encouraging them to speak. Encouraging them to stop carrying everything alone. Those feelings are becoming impossible to ignore. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Because your soulmate is beginning to realize something extraordinary. The breakthrough they have been searching for may not come from another sign, another dream, or another coincidence. It may come from a decision. A decision to finally speak honestly. A decision to finally reach out. A decision to finally stop letting fear write the story. And as they move closer to making that decision, they are standing on the edge of a moment that could transform everything they thought they knew about this connection. A moment that may finally allow the truth they have carried for so long to be heard. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. If you are still here, then the message is reaching its most emotional stage yet. This message is for you. Because your soulmate is no longer trying to ignore what they feel. They are no longer trying to convince themselves that time will magically solve everything. They are no longer pretending that silence is easier than honesty. Something has shifted inside them. Something powerful. Something that has been building quietly for a very long time. And now it is becoming impossible to contain. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. There have been nights recently when your soulmate felt overwhelmed by memories. Not because they were intentionally searching for the past. The memories appeared on their own. A song. A place. A phrase. A feeling. Suddenly they found themselves transported back to moments they thought they had already processed. Yet instead of fading away, those memories stayed. They carried emotion. They carried meaning. They carried reminders of everything their heart still refuses to forget. This message is for you. Because one thing your soulmate can no longer deny is that your presence has become woven into their story. Not just through specific memories. Through lessons. Through growth. Through emotional transformation. When they look at who they are today, they can see traces of how this connection influenced them. Don't scroll. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Have you ever realized that someone changed your life long after they entered it? Have you ever looked back and understood that a connection carried more significance than you originally believed? That realization is happening to your soulmate right now. Every reflection seems to reveal another layer of understanding. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. The universe continues sending signs because your soulmate is moving through a major awakening. Angel numbers appear constantly. 111 during moments when they imagine reaching out. 222 during thoughts about emotional harmony and partnership. 333 during periods of personal growth. 444 during moments when they need reassurance that they are moving in the right direction. Each sign feels like encouragement. This message is for you. Because recently your soulmate experienced something they did not expect. They stopped asking whether their feelings were real. For years they questioned them. They analyzed them. They searched for explanations. Now they already know the answer. The feelings are real. The connection is real. The emotional significance is real. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Once that realization arrived, new questions appeared. Questions about action. Questions about courage. Questions about what happens next. Because understanding your truth is one thing. Living according to that truth is something else entirely. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. There was a recent evening when your soulmate imagined sending a message. Not a perfect message. Not a carefully scripted message. Just an honest one. Something simple. Something genuine. Something that finally allows their heart to speak. The thought brought both fear and relief at the same time. This message is for you. Because your soulmate is beginning to understand that vulnerability is not weakness. Vulnerability is courage. It takes courage to express emotions. It takes courage to admit what matters. It takes courage to stop hiding behind uncertainty. That lesson has become incredibly important. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. There have been moments recently when your soulmate felt emotional simply because they realized how much energy has been spent carrying everything alone. The thoughts. The questions. The hopes. The feelings. They have carried all of it privately for so long. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Carrying emotions in silence can feel exhausting. Not because the emotions themselves are wrong. Because emotions are meant to move. They are meant to be expressed. They are meant to be understood. Your soulmate is beginning to feel the weight of everything that remained unspoken. This message is for you. Because one thing your soulmate keeps returning to is the idea of honesty. Honest conversations. Honest feelings. Honest intentions. They are becoming increasingly aware that honesty may be the only thing capable of creating the clarity they seek. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. The universe often guides people toward moments where they must choose between fear and truth. Your soulmate feels as though they are standing directly in front of that choice now. Every lesson seems to be leading toward it. Every sign seems to be pointing toward it. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. There was a recent moment when your soulmate looked at their own reflection and asked a difficult question. If I remain silent forever, will I be at peace? The answer came immediately. No. That answer stayed with them. It followed them through the day. It followed them into the night. It changed something. This message is for you. Because your soulmate is realizing that silence no longer feels safe. Silence no longer feels protective. Silence no longer feels helpful. Instead, silence feels like unfinished business. Silence feels like a barrier standing between them and the truth. Don't scroll. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Every angel number. Every meaningful coincidence. Every emotional breakthrough seems connected to the same lesson. Speak your truth. Trust your heart. Stop waiting for certainty that may never come. The guidance has become impossible to ignore. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Your soulmate has started imagining what life would feel like after honesty. Not necessarily after a specific outcome. After honesty itself. After finally expressing what they feel. After finally removing the burden of unspoken emotions. That vision brings peace. This message is for you. Because peace has become more valuable than perfection. For too long, your soulmate believed they needed perfect timing. Perfect circumstances. Perfect certainty. Now they are beginning to understand that waiting for perfection often prevents meaningful action. Don't scroll. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. There are moments now when your soulmate feels incredibly close to crossing the line between thought and action. Close to turning imagination into reality. Close to replacing endless reflection with genuine expression. The distance between those two worlds is becoming smaller every day. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. One thing your soulmate understands now is that some opportunities deserve courage. Some connections deserve honesty. Some feelings deserve a voice. They are beginning to see this connection through that lens. This message is for you. Because the urgency they feel is not about panic. It is about readiness. Readiness to stop running. Readiness to stop hiding. Readiness to stop pretending that what matters can wait forever. That readiness is creating momentum. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. The universe has been preparing your soulmate for this moment through every lesson, every challenge, every sign, and every emotional breakthrough. Nothing has been random. Everything has been leading here. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Because your soulmate is beginning to realize something extraordinary. The message they have been trying to send is not really about the past. It is about the future. It is about creating the possibility for honesty. The possibility for understanding. The possibility for something real. And as they move closer to embracing that possibility, they are standing on the edge of a breakthrough that could change everything. A breakthrough where fear finally loses its power, where truth finally finds its voice, and where the connection that has lived inside their heart for so long may finally have a chance to be fully seen and understood. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. If you have stayed with this message until now, then the universe may have guided you here for the final and most important part of this journey. This message is for you. Because your soulmate has reached a place they never thought they would reach. A place where silence no longer feels comfortable. A place where hiding emotions no longer feels possible. A place where the truth has become stronger than fear. Everything they have experienced, every lesson they have learned, every sign they have received, has been leading toward this moment. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. For a very long time your soulmate believed that waiting was the safest choice. They believed that keeping feelings private would protect them from disappointment. They believed that staying silent would help them avoid uncertainty. Yet as time passed, they discovered something surprising. Silence did not remove uncertainty. Silence created a different kind of uncertainty. Silence left questions unanswered. Silence left possibilities unexplored. Silence left the heart carrying burdens it was never meant to carry forever. This message is for you. Because one of the most powerful realizations your soulmate has had recently is that honesty creates freedom. Not because honesty guarantees a specific outcome. Because honesty allows people to stop hiding from themselves. It allows people to stop pretending. It allows people to finally breathe. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Have you ever carried something inside for so long that it became part of your daily life? Have you ever become so accustomed to carrying emotional weight that you forgot what life felt like without it? That is exactly what happened to your soulmate. They became used to carrying thoughts they never expressed. Feelings they never shared. Questions they never asked. Now they are beginning to imagine a different way of living. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. The universe continues sending signs because this transformation is real. Angel numbers appear more frequently than ever. 111 reminding them that a new chapter is ready to begin. 222 reminding them that meaningful partnerships are worth trusting. 333 reminding them that emotional growth requires courage. 444 reminding them that they are supported as they move forward. Every sign feels like confirmation. This message is for you. Because recently your soulmate experienced a moment of complete clarity. It happened quietly. There was no dramatic event. No sudden revelation. They simply realized they are tired of wondering what might happen. They are tired of living entirely inside possibilities. They are tired of carrying everything alone. Don't scroll. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. That realization changed everything. Suddenly the fear of speaking honestly seemed smaller. Suddenly the fear of vulnerability seemed manageable. Suddenly the idea of reaching out felt less intimidating than remaining silent forever. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. One thing your soulmate keeps thinking about is how much time has already passed. Time moves quickly. Opportunities come and go. Life continues changing. That awareness has created a new sense of urgency. Not panic. Not pressure. Purpose. This message is for you. Because your soulmate is beginning to understand that meaningful moments rarely arrive perfectly prepared. People often wait for certainty that never comes. They wait for ideal circumstances that never arrive. They wait for guarantees that life cannot provide. Meanwhile, opportunities pass by. Your soulmate no longer wants to live that way. Don't scroll. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. There have been nights recently when your soulmate imagined finally saying everything they have wanted to say. Imagined speaking openly. Imagined removing every emotional wall. Imagined allowing honesty to replace silence. Those visions no longer feel impossible. They feel achievable. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Every lesson they have learned seems connected to courage. Courage to trust their heart. Courage to embrace uncertainty. Courage to choose authenticity. Courage to stop allowing fear to control important decisions. This message is for you. Because one thing your soulmate knows now is that the connection changed them. Whether through memories, lessons, growth, or understanding, the impact has been undeniable. They are not the same person they were before. The journey transformed them. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Transformation often creates responsibility. Once people understand something important, they cannot return to ignorance. Once people recognize the truth, pretending becomes difficult. Your soulmate feels that responsibility now. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. The truth they recognize is simple. What they feel matters. What they want to express matters. What their heart continues showing them matters. Those truths deserve attention. This message is for you. Because every angel number, every synchronicity, every meaningful coincidence seems connected to one message. Stop hiding. Stop waiting endlessly. Stop assuming there will always be another opportunity. Trust what matters. The universe has repeated that lesson again and again. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. There was a recent moment when your soulmate imagined looking back on this chapter years from now. They asked themselves a question. What choice would I regret less? Speaking honestly or remaining silent? The answer was immediate. Honesty. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. That answer brought peace. Not because it removed every uncertainty. Because it aligned them with their truth. Alignment creates strength. Alignment creates clarity. Alignment creates confidence. Your soulmate is experiencing all three. This message is for you. Because the urgency they feel now is no longer confusing. They understand where it comes from. It comes from knowing that meaningful things deserve attention. It comes from knowing that genuine emotions deserve expression. It comes from knowing that life is too precious for endless hesitation. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. The person who once relied on silence is changing. The person who once relied on fear is changing. The person who once relied on waiting is changing. A stronger version is emerging. A more honest version. A more courageous version. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Your soulmate can feel the breakthrough approaching. They can feel the walls falling. They can feel the excuses losing power. They can feel themselves moving toward action. The shift is undeniable. This message is for you. Because your soulmate is finally beginning to realize something extraordinary. The message they have been trying to send all along was never really hidden. Every sign pointed toward it. Every lesson pointed toward it. Every emotion pointed toward it. The message is simple. They do not want silence anymore. They want truth. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now. The universe has spent a long time preparing them for this realization. Every challenge strengthened them. Every delay taught them patience. Every sign encouraged trust. Every emotional breakthrough built courage. Nothing was wasted. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now. Because your soulmate is standing at the threshold of a completely new chapter. A chapter where honesty becomes more important than fear. A chapter where authenticity becomes more important than hesitation. A chapter where truth finally receives the voice it deserves. And as they prepare to step into that chapter, they are realizing something extraordinary. The greatest danger was never vulnerability. The greatest danger was remaining silent forever. Now that they understand that truth, everything is changing. The walls are falling. The fear is fading. The message is ready. And the moment they finally decide to let their heart speak freely may become the moment that changes this entire story forever.